job role as an actor before you started Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D?
First major one.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good answer. Me?
Yeah, go for it.
I suppose like the first, I suppose like the first kind of big thing I did, was a series called Material Girl with Lenora Critchlow, actually, who's here today. That was kind of, I'd done like one job before that, just like a one episode or something, and then I got a regular on that, so that was probably like the first.
You've done a lot
thing.
of theatre though too.
Yeah, I've done a fair bit of theatre as well. Yeah. Some big theatres, some smaller ones.
Cool. Sadly.
I guess Tomorrow People was like my first big American thing, but it only lasted a season. So yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Now you can be on this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What's been your highlights from this season, each of you?
God, I just feel like so much has happened in this season. Probably the highlight for me was when I was given the Planet episode, just to have the challenge of.
That was the
being in
highlight
every
for me
scene.
as well, because
Was
I got
it?
a whole episode off.
Yeah. Everyone left me.
Yeah, I think I went back home that week.
Yeah. I mean, you got 2 weeks. So that was like the most challenging thing I've ever done, and I've just really enjoyed it. But I did miss. There's something about being in an ensemble show that you just have all your mates around you, and then all of a sudden when you're on your own, you sort of barely know mates. But it was really good to do it. But I was glad to get back with the others after.
What are you all doing at the moment? Are you doing any series or solo projects or new movies?
I feel like
go
all of
first?
us can talk about it. I'm on holiday.
Okay.
In Sheffield, so glam. Hollywood to Sheffield, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was in
I'm
the
on
room
holidays too.
Sorry. Oh, what are the other two? Any sort of new projects?
I'm trying to decide on something at the moment, but I won't say what, because otherwise if I say no to it, then sucks for them. But yeah, I'm trying to decide on something at the moment. Yeah.
Give us a clue.
What?
Give us a clue.
It's an acting job.
Does that mean you won't be coming back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Marvel's Most Wanted not getting?
Who knows? You know, if I did know, then I couldn't tell you anyway. So
That might be the job you're deciding on.
yeah, maybe it is. Yeah.
Elizabeth, I was in the room at Ballroom 20 when you came out on stage for the first panel at San Diego.
Oh my
And the
God.
look of shock on your face as you saw that room was just insane. Obviously, you would have been asked or been told by Marvel that it would have changed everything for you. I mean,
Yeah.
for all of you. I mean, what has the show done in terms of your expectations of what's happened since when you got cast?
It's gone, above and beyond, honestly. None of us knew what was going to hit us. We got sat down before we shot the pilot, I think, and just got plonked a big pile of comic books in front of each of us. And Jeff Loeb from Marvel sat us down and said, your life's about to change, and just look after each other, basically. And we really have taken that with us, and I think that for me has been the most wonderful and surprising thing about the show, really, is that we're a family, and Clark Gregg is
I was
the
going to
head
say,
of it.
who's the mama hen? Is it Ming or is it?
Well, Ming's the mama hen.
I wouldn't
Clark
trust
Gregg's
Ming to babysit.
Yeah, she leads us astray, if anything. But Clark has kept a really tight ship, and he said from the outset that it had to be. We had to talk to each other, and we had to look after each other. And if anybody had any issues or troubles or whatever, we'd come to each other. And I go to him for advice most days. So, which I'm sure he's regretting now. 1:00 in the morning. Hey, so want to talk through that scene? But he really has just made it a family. Which is just, it makes it great to go to work.
Sure.
And Mo and Jed and
Yeah.
Jeff, the showrunners, really set the tone as well. And so between them and Clark, they run a good ship.
Yeah.
Keep everybody happy.
With it being such a family, how does it feel when certain characters don't make it through?
It's like someone's kidnapped one of your siblings.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. And it
So they've
always
gone off and
comes
got
as-
married, and they've gone to university and kind
Yeah,
of,
no one told you.
phone the nest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all just part of life, really.
And No, I was just going to say, when you sign up for something that maybe not everyone's going to make it till the end, but it comes as such a shock every time, and we only find out to the last minute because that's the way it has to be. So it is like sort of suddenly lose a limb almost.
So you do share that with the audience? Almost.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. We get script to script, page to page sometimes as you're filming it. Like, this actually happens now.
And just, well, the season finale, I mean, how long did you find out that was actually happening, all the events of the closure of the season? I mean, what was the time frame? Was it literally days? Or?
Oh yeah.
Like a week before, if you're lucky, you find out what's happening in the next episode. But if you kind of like get in with certain people on set,
everyone's
like
got their sources.
Like Keith, one of the first ADs, there was like, I think it was mine and Bobby's last episode where they just got like the breakdown for it, like, you know, the heads of departments, but we had no idea what was happening. And I went up to the first AD and said, I think they had just got the script, but we wouldn't have seen it for like another week. And I was like, have you seen the script? And he was like, yeah, have you? And I was like, yeah. I was like, it's good, isn't it? And he's going, yeah. What have you seen? I was like, yeah. What's your favourite bit? And he just told me all this. So I was like, yes, get in.
Phase 3 of the cinematic universe in play now. Are you hoping that they're going to start crossing over the TV series a bit more in the run up to the kind of big event movies?
I mean, that'd be great. we just sort of go where they tell us to. I think logistically, it's just so hard. We film for 10 months out of the year, and it's just crazy, really long hours, and we pack a lot in. So I think logistically, it's kind of a nightmare. But we'd be up for it.
So these films take like best part of 2 years to make. So trying to get everybody crossed over, it's really, really difficult.
Yeah.
If you could be in any of the films, though, which would you go for?
Any of the films? You mean any of the films ever made?
Any of the Marvel.
Yeah, imagine if you were like, DC.
You're going in Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
You're better than that.
Well said. I don't know. I'd like to be in the lab with the Hulk or something.
I'd like to be in the Fitzsimmons film where it's like a rom-com about them getting married.
Yeah. You could be like the love triangle of.
All
right. Sure, Bobby would have something to say about that.
Probably would. Yeah, she could be in it too.
Join in.
Yeah.
Bring her batons.
Between you and Fitz, the character Fitz, was that awkward? Was that?
Oh well, I mean, the thing is, Ian and I get on really well, and we're really good friends. But if you've ever tried to kiss a friend, they're so awkward. Those scenes are just awkward, and as soon as you sort of get out of the way, it's fine, and then it's fine. But I mean, we did have so many conversations, so it's like, hey dude, this is weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's weird. Okay, good, fine. As long as we both feel weird.
Was that something that was dropped on you pretty late on, or did you sort of know that was going to come up? I know obviously there was
no, everyone said to us we were just going to stay friends, not together. You won't be together, you won't be together. Okay, fine. And if you are together, nobody will know. Okay, fine. And then you read it and you go, oh, I guess everyone's going to know. But I love them as characters, and I love that they got together. So I was happy about that as, an outsider, but then when you come to film it, those scenes are kind of weird. Like, he knows my boyfriend, and he's like, all right, dude, just gonna kiss your girlfriend tomorrow, But I'm happy that they got together, and I hope that they can stay happy. I mean, it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Nothing really stays good for very long, so we'll see.
I want to ask each of you, what's been your favourite day on set so far? So like kind of fun-wise, which kind of maybe you could tell us that we probably wouldn't know as a viewer.
I like the days when we're just all in.
Yeah, like
last
episode of seasons last episode before Christmas is normally fun.
Yeah.
Like Christmas, that the caterers will do like a huge spread and like
that
all
was
the departments
your
come down.
episode we filmed as well.
Oh yeah, it was,
that
wasn't
was
it?
that last one, yeah.
I remember the end of season 2 was a really fun day because like, everyone came down to set. Even if they weren't in the scene.
Well, that was my birthday as well.
Oh, that's why.
My 30th birthday.
That's why. Was it?
Yeah.
So rock parties on,
Yeah.
Okay.
And you realise how many people work on the show.
Yeah,
hundreds and hundreds.
But I do reckon plenty of people just see like a load of catering and go, oh, I'll have a bit of that. Like we were shooting in downtown one time, and I just watched this woman. She was like tourist wandering around downtown in LA with like a camera, and there was like the catering, like all the craft services, like at the front of this building, and she just wanders up to like where there's all these donuts. She's just going, oh, she's picking some out.
Great.
The security guard's like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm just getting a donut. Like, what does it look like? Yeah.
Good
I do think if I was homeless in LA, I'd just look for those signs that say location and just wander around and
such
get,
a good point.
get food.
Or just out of work as an actor. I mean, what better way? Free
Totally.
food, isn't it?
Totally, yeah.
It's nice to have a plan B if this just doesn't work out in the long run.
Yeah. Stealing food.
Yeah.
I guess, going back to Simmons, obviously, apart from that relationship, I'm curious how you feel she's evolved as the series have gone on, because I think we're definitely starting to see a very different side of her.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just really proud of her, really, in kind of a strange way. I think that she's, her and Fitz needed to separate to get to know who they were, and I'm glad that they're back together again, but they're sort of back together now more as individuals that have chosen to be in a relationship rather than needing each other and kind of grasping hold of each other. And, she's got a bit more feisty. She can look after herself. She survived. She's not by any means an amazing fighter, which I'm quite grateful for because it means I don't have to be. But I'm proud of her, and I think that she's also had kind of a dodgy relationship with Inhumans, and now she's kind of coming around to the fact that it isn't always so black and white. But I think she will always go on the side of science, which gets her into some tricky spots with her friends who happen to be Inhumans.
I think there's been a lot of discussion about the strength of the presence of women, particularly in the MCU and in comic book as a genre in general. How far do you think the show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has gone to address that, and how do you feel about that in a wider sense?
What's great about our show, I think, or one of the things, is that it's just never mentioned. That Agent May is a brilliant agent, the best agent, the most amazing SO, and happens to be a woman. It's never kind of put out there that this is what we're doing, and that to me is the best form of feminism. That it's equal and it's not kind of a big deal, and it's something that I think we're all really proud of, that we show not just that women can be strong, but that gay people can be strong, that it doesn't matter what race you are or what your background is or your nationality, or that we're just you're judged on your merit, and that's the most important thing. So I think that we have a really diverse show and we have a diverse crew, and we're really proud of that. And I think the best thing is that it just works. Like, I think it's a really good
it doesn't
show.
feel. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't feel like it's kind of imposed on.
Yeah.
It's just easy. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one
Talking
really
about
thinks
women
about
in the MCU, what did you feel when Agent Carter didn't get renewed for the third season?
I just still don't believe that. I don't believe anything that comes out. I hope that it gets put somewhere else. But what a strong series, and what an amazing lead. And I think that she did amazing. And maybe there'll be an Agent Carter movie. I always think there's some conspiracy theory going on that it didn't get picked up because actually they're making a movie. But that's not official, I don't actually know.
Some of the acting is pretty physical. I'm not just talking about the kissing scenes. How much of that do you really want to do yourself, and how much are you okay with stunt double doing? And does it happen often, or does it...
I'm completely happy with stunt doubles doing that. There's some people which are quite, like Adrienne is like, she wants to do everything. Sometimes I'm like, you can't do that, love. Like, you're not gonna be able to, it's not gonna work.
You will die.
yeah. But she wants to do like everything. I'm quite happy to let them. At the end of the day, you want the final product to look. Hello. You want like the final product to look as good as possible. So like, I'm happy to get there whatever way we have to, really.
Yeah, you're ready to put your hand up and say, I'm not capable.
Yeah, I'll go get a coffee.
I like getting my hands dirty. I like, if there's a running scene, I'll do
Run.
I'll bloody well run.
You might as well.
Good on you.
Yeah, exactly.
You trooper. Walking, you'll do
Walking,
that as well?
well, sometimes
Skipping,
I'll walk. Yeah,
would you do that?
Yeah,
Would you get a stunt
jumping.
double for that?
Well, it depends on how vigorous the skipping is.
Did you do much training for your running?
Yeah.
I did actually get sent
3
to
days
running
in a row.
training.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Because we had to run slow-mo in something. Like they were doing it in slow-mo, so I got...
Like Baywatch style?
Yeah, so I got sent with this like guy who trains all these athletes so that I didn't look like a moron when I was running with like my lips flying around all over the place.
Is that how you run, with your lips
Well, I
flying around?
do, but obviously in slow motion, but I did feel like a bit of an idiot, like going, right, so you think I can't run properly?
It's a bit offensive.
Yeah.
Could I ask you, sorry. If you could play any superhero, who and why?
Banana Man.
Oh, good one. That'd be an awkward outfit, though. Like
If anything, to
that.
have a character called Eric. Well done.
Captain Planet.
Oh God.
None of you are doing films right now, you know that, right?
The Banana Man film hasn't been done yet. I'm just hedging my bet. So I'm like,
There you go. Yeah. Oh, I just want to be someone really cool. I'd probably be Black Widow.
you look so sad when you said that. Like,
Maybe I could just
never
be
gonna
her
happen.
stunt double. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Yeah.
What about what superpowers would you all want if you could have any?
I would fly. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Make
mine's a
work
good
easy,
one.
wouldn't it?
Oh, so much easier. Yeah, no traffic.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You brought up the Inhumans earlier. I was just going to say, how does it feel to be sort of the spearheads for such a big part of the Marvel Universe?
Nerve-wracking. Look, I didn't really know anything about Inhumans, to be perfectly honest. When I was cast, I wasn't even sure that my character was Inhuman. So it was a very fast education for me. But I quickly discovered that there's a very rich history in the comics, and yeah, I don't know. I guess it's a really cool thing to kind of be one of the first representatives of that, and to introduce people who haven't read the comics or who aren't familiar with Inhumans, to say, hey, these are kind of similar to X-Men, but not really.
Do you think you'll make it into the Inhumans movie?
That would be pretty cool. But yeah, who knows?
What was your thoughts when Kevin Feige was on that stage and he announced and Inhumans was in very big letters up on the screen? What was your first thoughts?
Very exciting, obviously. And yeah, there's, I think there's a small part of you that's like, oh my God, maybe I could be a part of it. And then there's the logical part of your brain that says, shut up, you idiot, there's no chance.
But you are a part of it, though, regardless. No, but it's true, though, because that's what we can do as a TV show, is say, like, how other people feel about Inhumans and the difficulties and the struggles and stuff, and you can get to know, we've got to know you over hours and hours of seeing your life as an Inhuman. God, hours. So that's cool that regardless of what happens, like, you're the foundation of that movie, babes. Come on.
Thanks so much.
How often do you get asked questions by journalists like us, and you have to lie or not tell us what you know because you signed an NDA?
Every single time.
I could be lying right now, so you can't trust my answer anyway. So
You could have gone running training, really.
That was all natural.
Yeah.
Before you arrived, we were talking a little bit about Agent Carter, and unfortunately it hasn't got picked up for another season. What did you feel about that? Do you think, what are the chances that it'll be picked up by someone else?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's obviously a real shame that it didn't get picked up. I had a great time working on it, and I think we all did. So yeah, we'll see. I think there's like a petition going on online, so I mean, who knows?
Have you signed the petitions?
That's good, yay!
I mean, what was in the highlight for you of the show, being part of it?
I don't know. It's just a really, really fun world to be in. The costumes are really fun, and that era just has a huge appeal. And so that was fun to be in that world. Yeah.
Speaking of costumes, how was it to switch from Outlander to Agent Carter?
Well, Outlander's obviously like way back. So, and that was, I mean, that time in Scotland was pretty grey and brown toned. So, definitely got more colorful in Agent Carter. So that was, I like that. I like both actually. So I just love being able to dip into both worlds, and yeah.
Lotte, hoe lang heb je erover gedaan om het juiste accent aan te kweken en hoe moeilijk was dat?
Moeten we het Nederlands? Gaan we het Nederlands?
No,
Okay.
let's answer in English.
You English? Okay. So see, that's where I get into trouble when I have to switch. But no, I love doing the accent. Frankly, with Outlander, it was kind of like intimidating, I guess, because I'm a non-English speaker. Well, being from Holland. So then Scottish, I couldn't even think of how it sounds. So then I had to sort of like study it, but I like it. It's fun. And then for Agent Carter, the Hungarian, I spent a lot of time in Hungary shooting the Borgias, so I know what it sounds like. It's never a subtle accent, which they wanted for the show. So I was like, okay, so that doesn't really exist. So I'll just do something in between, I guess. I don't know. I really liked it. It was fun. Yeah.